bird just moving and looking around like to inspire me. Right? This is how weird this never happens ever, as you can attest. So finally they go, all right, you go in on a Sunday, and if they don't book it today, they're not making the movie. And I'm like, wow, that favors me, I guess. And I go in, and I'm driving in Santa Monica to Sunday, and I'm like, I'll make him East Coast. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, but don't make him Italian, like a greaseball, like, hey, go, you fucking animal. Look at the big bush. She's a fucking pig with the bird. So I made his voice higher because he was cute, and I realized I was doing Buddy Hackett in the car.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my God, I got it. There's no one's getting this besides me. So I'm just driving there going, I wish I could fly. Oh, Marie, oh, whether I miss you, come back to me. I'm like, this is amazing. Providence, beautiful.
No.
I'm sitting in the waiting room. They're like, do you want the sides? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. You want something to drink? Nope. I'm like a cocky asshole. Like, nah, I'm all set. Just sitting there ready to go. They go, okay, we're ready for you. Fucking Buddy Hackett walks out of the room. And he goes, how are you, pal?
Oh, my God.
So then I got to go in the room and do Buddy Hackett after Buddy Hackett and do I act like a sociopath? Like, I didn't even know, wow, what do I know? Who's that old man that was in here? Oh, and then I got the job, and then me and him, and then I got a job acting in it as well, and I wrote on it, and then Hackett had a job like for 4 days being the owner of a pawn shop with me. And in between takes, he goes, I'll never understand how you got a job fucking doing me. And I go, it's one of those moments where like, either stand your ground or this guy thinks you're a putt. I go, I think they just wanted a younger you. And he goes, fair enough. And then we were best friends. Wow. There's a scene in Paulie where it's Buddy Hackett, me, and the bird. And we're all talking. If you close your eyes, you have no idea who's talking. The bird's like, why don't we go to the racetrack, Artie? And he goes, shut up, you goddamn flying rat. I go, I think the bird's got a point, Artie. It's the same voice for all three guys. What stand-up did you and Tim do that we can pull up for the Tumblr page on television? Because you guys were a force of nature. You killed so hard.
No. There was a thing. There's an on the original Jon Stewart show on MTV. There's a YouTube. There's a YouTube somewhere.
So if I type in YouTube,
Red Johnny the Round Guy on YouTube, there's that.
All right,
that I know.
I had to follow you guys.
We were a tough act to follow, man.
Yeah. Do you remember where I had to follow you guys?
No.
It was at the University of Maine. Wow. How about I type in Red Johnny, boom. YouTube's like, I got you. Oh, my God.
Really?
You guys at the 1994 Beach House?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Red Johnny the Round Guy, MTV Beach House. Oh, my God. This is great. We'll definitely put this up on the Tumblr page at jmohr37. And it's Jon Stewart. He's sitting here with John Stamos.
Exactly. That was Stamos.
And then John Dimaggio.
That's funny.
And then some guy named Tim. Wow, that's impressive. I'm excited for people to watch this. To show how you guys were destructive.
It was really, we just hit the marks. We just can't, with the TV, when we did the TV set, we had to really hit the marks. There was no like, it was just like, it was rapid fire. Yeah, it was rapid fire.
When you guys were in the clubs, you would go up and just immediately start beatboxing and rapping, and you had a whole thing about who you were, how the set, I'm Red Johnny, he's the round guy,
Yeah.
We're going to be here for about 40 minutes.
Yep.
And it was a whole rap, but it was hysterical with sound effects and the whole thing. And like in that opening rap, and you were an exceptional beatboxer, and he was great at beatboxing. You were both great. Like, you were actually really good rappers, and you were great together. So as an audience member, like, you just see this guy come up with his fucking suit and his sleeves rolled up on his suit. That like mid-90s comic look. And then these two potheads come up like, I'm Red Johnny and he's the round guy. Now for 22 minutes, we're going to, it's just crazy. And then it was like living check to check.
That was a good one.
And then you did all those like phony commercials. But the one I loved the most was you guys were the first guys I saw, and I've been obsessed with these ever since, to tap into regional commercials. When a guy does have your wedding here at my beautiful place.
Oh my God.
And his little daughter's doing like twirls.
Beautiful stylings.
I've seen a lot. Otto and George did one after you guys, like, hello, I'm Dr. Pecoraro.
Oh, really?
And for an extra $50, I'll put my finger in your ass and whistle. But you guys did the actual commercial.
Yeah.
And I think it was Tim acted like the little guy's daughter twirling around in a circle.
What beautiful stylings! That
It was like a wedding hall, right?
It was the Brooklyn
Manor or something.
Oh God, I can't remember now. Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Prospect Hall. Brooklyn Prospect Hall, come down, have a wedding here. Beautiful stylings. Stupid.
They show all these different fountains.
God,
and shit.
yeah, totally. Fountains and chandeliers.
Maybe you like chandelier, fountain, or if you want to go big, have both. Wonderful stylings.
Beautiful stylings.
Excuse me, beautiful stylings. I followed you guys at the University of Maine, and I remember saying to Barry Katz, "Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
I got to follow these two animals?" Because at the time, I was the draw.
Right.
But I still knew that you guys were doing 45 minutes. And
Yeah.
I like, oh my God.
You
guys I'd rather follow anybody than follow Red Johnny and the Round Guy. Because you guys were a goddamn menace.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
We were tough.
My proudest strategic stand-up move I ever had in my life was at that college, University of Maine. I got a suit and I got a tie. And after you guys left the stage, I had a 5-minute break. And I told the kids, say, we'll be back in 5 minutes. And I went on stage in a suit and tie. And I never took my hands out of my pockets. And I made believe I was Dennis Miller's one-man show, Mr. Miller Goes to Washington. And I did my whole act. And I don't think I ever moved them. Like, I never took a step to the left or a step to the right. Because I can't, what am I going to do? Walk back and forth on the stage? You guys are doing fucking cartwheels like Romanian gymnasts. You know what I mean? So I had to do something so completely different.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I remember in my hotel room putting a tie on going, fucking assholes. I got to follow these fucking guys. And they're my best friends.
My God.
They're my best friends.
Christ.
They're going to blow me off the stage and I'm the headline. I'm going to look like a fucking jerk. Because your biggest fear, because your whole hope when you're opening for somebody is on the way out. They were like, you were fucking better than the headliner. And I go, this is the night. This is the night that happens. I've now reached that. 1994, I did Saturday Night Live. That was my only credit. And it was like University of Maine, Saturday Night Live's Jay Mohr, and also these other two guys, me on the show. It's like, like you're just lighting your balls on fire. Johnny's licking it out and pouring milk out of each other's assholes. Like, hey, I don't know if you guys know what an anal spectrum is, but check it out. So many colors in the rainbow, people. Now, we put tabs of acid under your seats.
Roger Biv.
You guys have all started peaking now.
Oh. And everything is lost.
So it was hard to leave. What did you miss most? Having the camaraderie. I think you already made it very clear. You missed being in front of a live audience.
Being in front of the live
but you didn't miss like your partner.
No.
Really, it was that dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Because Cato and Morin.
Yeah.
I remember
we had to fucking.
That was Barry Katz teaching you guys a lesson.
That was Barry Katz. Listen, man, I got to knock these guys down a couple of pegs, man.
You guys
It was
were
fucking
high.
harsh. Joe Rogan emceed that show.
Right.
And then we...
Was that Stitches in Boston?
No, it wasn't even at Stitches. It was at some fucking dump in Providence.
Dump in another town?
In Providence.
I had it wrong both ways.
Oh, no. It was in Providence, and it was... Oh, it was just it was
so
horrible.
Rogan host, super high energy.
Rogan host, yeah. We drove 7 or 8 hours that day to get to this gig. I think we were down in
which is
Philadelphia.
weird because it's a 3-hour drive.
We were in Philadelphia to get to Providence.
Yeah,
we drove all day that day. We get there, we had to stay in like a Roach motel, like some shit because they never put us up.
No,
it was ridiculous. We go and change. We come back. We're like, okay, cool, and.
First of all, let's not bullshit each other. You guys actually changed for a show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Into what, your good T-shirts?
Yeah, exactly.
You said that as Colin.
Exactly. I know.
Red Johnny and the Round Guy. Let him go back to the hotel and put on the good Hendrix shirt. That always gets way more laughs, than the Spin Doctors T-shirt,
He said to us once, Red Johnny and the Round Guy, huh? You guys look like the lacrosse team. The St. John's lacrosse team is on trial for rape. Anyway, no, you look like you'll kill. Yeah, thanks a lot, Colin. Thank you very much.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know.
Do they not look like the lacrosse team? If I was Dwight Howard, I would drop Kobe. That's what he said to me on my radio show.
Really?
Yeah, and then 4 days later, Charles Barkley made news saying, Dwight Howard needs to tell Kobe to shut the hell up. And I go, I played the clip, and I go, that might be news. If 4 days ago, Colin Quinn wasn't on going, Dwight Howard needs to tell Kobe to shut up and drop him. And be like, I appreciate what you're saying about me, kid. And Kobe be like, why'd you do something? I go, my favorite part of that is that in Colin's mind, Kobe has like a toothpick in his mouth and grabbing his nuts. Why'd you do something?
Why'd you do something?
Like he's doing a commercial for Everest College. Why are you making it difficult? Why'd you do something? I will. Meet me outside Staples Center. You knucklehead. So, all right. It's your Joe Rogan hosts.
Joe Rogan hosts.
And then Cato and Mohr.
Cato and Mohr come on.
Who, by the way, we have to tell the listener.
They were local Boston guys.
Heroes.
They were heroes. They were a huge comedy team, and they were known all over New England, and they were the premier comedy team.
And they didn't rap, but Tommy would go out and sing Elvis into the audience.
Yeah.
Tommy Morin was like a 6'6", beautiful Mexican guy, kind of looked like Elvis. Yeah. And then Cato was like a little guy, looked like Richard Dreyfuss and Joe Pesci combined.
Yes.
And they destroyed harder.
They would kill. But this night, and it was billed as a tag team
co-headline,
like we were supposed to.
You were the Samoans, they were the Bushwhackers.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Fucking, they got out there. They crushed. We had like 25 minutes tops. We got out there. We shit the bed so fucking bad. It was like, Mommy, the sheets are all dirty. I did a poop in the bed last night. It was the worst.
My legs are warm.
It was the worst. The next night we were the middle, and we killed. We did fine.
But could they follow you?
Yeah. Of course they could. They were better act at the time. And they were better.
You guys were super high energy.
And plus we were a little more urban.
Yeah.
And a little more, and younger, and a little more urban, and they were like, who the fuck are these? Why the fuck are they fucking doing that? Somebody go down to fucking
So 30-year-old white
farms and get me a fucking pack of Marble Ice.
30-year-old white people are like, who the fuck's with the rapping?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I like fucking Kansas.
Do you have any jokes about the Sox?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking dude, come on.
Johnny Damon is a saint.
Fucking that guy, I swear to God.
I saw Ted Williams' head at the package store. They got it next to the Bomb Pop Juniors. I couldn't believe it either, Johnny.
Fucking dude, tell me about it. I swear to fucking God. I was with your mother the other day. We fucking, thank God she had fucking smokes. Tell her I owe her a pack of fucking Virginia Slims.
I wasn't going to smoke Virginia Slims. You got rocks in your head.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You and I went to a Rangers game, and we were pretty high. I guess is the word. High, drunk, all the above.
We were enjoying ourselves.
It was a makeup game.
It was but it was between the Flames, the Calgary Flames, and the Rangers. And Messier had scored. I remember this because Messier had scored his 500th goal that night.
But no. I have to set it up why it was so empty.
Oh.
It was a makeup game because something happened at the Garden, like the ice was weird. So there was a Knicks game at 6 o'clock at night, a TNT game. So they had to jam the Rangers Flames game at 11 in the morning.
It was
like a makeup Father's Day thing, and but it didn't come off on Father's Day. So basically, if you wanted to go to real quick, if you wanted to go to, because it is important to the story, if you wanted to go to this game, you had to be in Manhattan. From Jersey, Connecticut, wherever you wanted, Long Island, you had to be in Manhattan, parked, ready to go, and in your seat. Like, they literally dropped the puck at 11 sharp. So there was literally 6,000 people in a place that holds 18,000 people.
It was
correct?
empty. It was empty, and we were right behind the net, and it had to be, I don't know. It was the Rangers were kicking the shit out. It was like 5-0, and it was like the middle of the third period. And it was all of a sudden it was quiet in the Garden. It was so quiet.
Coughing across the
way. Across the arena, you could hear people coughing. And I just said, fuck it. And I just stood up and just went, come on, Flames! And the whole fucking place just broke up. It was perfect. It was.
You killed.
Yeah.
Madison Square.
Yeah.
Let's go, Flames!
I was just like, come on, Flames! You can do it! And the fucking place
you just wouldn't stop.
Fell apart.
You wouldn't let anyone off the hook.
No.
And people were like looking up into the stands.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The players are looking up
like, oh, shit.
They think there's an enormous gay man that made the trip.
I love hockey. Be careful on your skates. Skate harder. Do it.
Why don't you just shoot the puck and make it go in the goal?
Listen, it's got to be easier than this. It should be 25-20 by now, for Christ's sake.
Those uniforms are too matchy-matchy.
Oh. I hate red and yellow.
Oh,
you guys
please.
suck. Have you ever been to Calgary?
Love Calgary.
I've
One of
been
my
to
all-time favorite cities.
Let me tell you something. There's the place called Shark Cut. This restaurant, it's awesome.
Oh, there's a barbershop.
Oh, no, yeah. Hey, go down to Shark Cut, get your shit right.
You've never heard that voice in Calgary.
Hey, man. Hey, I love the Flames. I love hockey. Hockey is
Rio weather, I miss you.
Yeah.
Come back to me. I'm like, this is amazing. Providence,
right.
beautiful.
No.
I'm sitting in the waiting room. They're like, do you want the sides? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. You want something to drink? Nope. I'm like a cocky asshole. Like, nah, I'm all set. Just sitting there ready to go. They go, okay, we're ready for you. Fucking Buddy Hackett walks out of the room. And he goes, and I go, it's one of those moments where like, either stand your ground or this guy thinks you're a putt. And I go, I think they just wanted a younger you. And he goes, fair enough. And then we were best friends.
Wow.
There's a scene in Paulie where it's Buddy Hackett, me, and the bird, and we're all talking. If you close your eyes, you have no idea who's talking. The bird's like, why don't we go to the racetrack, Audie? And he goes, shut up, you goddamn flying rat. I go, I think the bird's got a point, Audie. Alien, like a grease ball, like, hey, go, you fucking animal. Look at the big bush. She's a fucking pig with the bird. So I made his voice higher because he was cute, and I realized I was doing Buddy Hackett in the car.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my God, I got it. There's no one's getting this besides me. So I'm just driving there going, I wish I could fly. Oh, Mohr. Just moving and looking around like to inspire me. Right? This is how weird this really? Never happens ever, as you can attest. So finally they go, all right, you go in on a Sunday, and if they don't book it today, they're not making the movie. And I'm like, well, that favors me, I guess. And I go in and I'm driving in Santa Monica to Sunday, and I'm like, I'll make him East Coast. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, but don't make him a tail, pal.
Oh, my God.
So then I got to go in the room and do Buddy Hackett after Buddy Hackett and do I act like a sociopath? Like, I didn't even know, well, what do I know? Who's that old man that was in here? Oh, and then I got the job, and then me and him, and then I got a job acting in it as well, and I wrote on it, and then Hackett had a job like for 4 days being the owner of a pawn shop with me. And in between takes, he goes, I'll never understand how you got a job fucking doing me.